with Cassie mocking me in the background. What's going on, everybody? Caleb back with reviews. Like a sir, with Cassie mocking me in the background. And today, I have a very important video for y'all. Today, I am celebrating the fact that Freedom Vape now has Uber Monster. No, I'm just kidding. Now Cassie's over there like, fuck yeah! No, today we're going to be going over the Drag Mini because I wanted to stay relevant because they are coming out now. They are in shops now. We actually carry them here at Freedom Vape. So I wanted to go over this little monstrosity of a device so y'all can see it before everybody else shows you it. What are we vaping on today? We are going to be putting the Creed RTA on top of this for the purposes of the review. And we're going to see how that looks. Creed starts out at a 25 at the bottom, bubbles out to a 28 at the middle, and then goes back to a 25 at the top if I'm not mistaken. So, let's look over here. So this is what it looks like on the top. As you can see, it goes right, it's not quite over the edge of the bezels. It's not quite over the edge. It goes like right to the edge of the bezel. So 25 on the Drag Mini works quite well. It still has that annoying gap because of the 510 sticking out, but to be perfectly honest, it doesn't bother me all that much. It creates a good little gap for your juice to flow into if it's screwed up, or if you happen to leak some juice. So it's not that bad. All right, the menu system on this is the exact same, so if you didn't see it already, I'll post the video right there so that you can go and see how the menu system works. So we're not going to be going over that. We're going to see what the differences is in the box, and then I'm going to be going over what they did better with the Mini. Warranty card and information pamphlet in here. The only place where you can see the color configuration is in the text up here and this down here. That is it. Okay, so warranty, information pamphlet, all that good junk. And then your VooPoo sponsored micro USB cable. Like I said, I would still wish that it was a USB Type-C, better charging, better firmware, better data transfer, but I'm not going to complain. A lot of people haven't switched over to that yet, so what can you say? And there is nothing else in the box besides those two things and your mod. If I can get the box to go back in here. I really do love the faux leather boxes that they have. They're very nice. Okay, let's put everything back together. And if you don't know, there are a lot of giveaways for the Drag 2 and the Drag Mini going on right now, so I would go ahead and try to pick yourself up one of those. Let's go over aesthetics. As I showed you, there's still the gap underneath the RDA, but it is a lot less obtrusive on the Mini because you don't notice it as much because this thing is compact. It's got a 4,400 milliamp hour battery in here, which will last you most of the day, and it's meant to be charged through the port, so you're not going to have a bunch of issues as if you put batteries in it. They're not external batteries, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. Aesthetics wise, it looks very similar to the Drag 2. Let's do a side-by-side comparison. Right there. It's about, I would say about 5 millimeter taller, and it is almost the exact same depth-wise. So you can still fit your 24s and 25s on here, but it's not going to hang over as bad as it would on the original Drag, because the original Drag only held 24s. It looks really freaking nice on there. I'm just saying, it looks really nice. And one of my major niggles from this is now gone. There is no door. You cannot open it up, which means the door does not move, it does not rattle, and I enjoy the living hell out of it. The buttons on here are quite small. Just for a side-by-side comparison, look at the size difference on the fire button. You wouldn't think it'd be very annoying. It's not annoying, but it feels like it's a little bit higher set in comparison. So that's the bezel right there, and it's just, there's no gap. I think they did that because they have the same exact board in these, so they had to keep this the same distance right here relative to the actual mod, but they couldn't put the button any lower. So it is what it is. I do like the size of the button. Sarah absolutely hates the size of the button, but it's a good fit for the hand. It is not bad at all. This one The Drag 2 is comfy in the hand. It's chunky though. This weighs almost nothing. It is very, very light, and it is very, very comfortable in the hand. Sarah hates it. I don't. I like it. If you're looking for a smaller device that has a built-in battery, there's not a lot wrong with this, guys. There's no door rattle. There's no battery rattle. The 510 is the only thing that I can think of that would actually cause me to not want this device. And even then, I've gotten used to it from using the Drag 2, so it really doesn't bother me. So if you can get past the raised 510, that's the only con I've got for this device. The battery life is splendid. It goes up to 117 watts. And I mean, in the shop, we are selling them for $89.99. So before you have to get batteries, that's the same exact price as the Drag 2. So they're probably selling online for about 70 to 75 bucks. So it's not a stick. It's a built-in battery, but it's not a smock stick or something like that. So to be perfectly honest, it's quite nice. For the price point, for the amount of battery life that you're getting, it's better than any sort of stick. It feels like a normal mod. You don't have to have a tube that looks like a dildo sticking out of your hand. It's quite nice. Let's take a vape, and then I'll give you my overall rating. It's just a nice little mod, guys, and the colors aren't exactly the same as you can get on the Drag 2. So maybe you like the colors that you can get in the Mini better than the ones that you can get on the 2. It's kind of just 6 one way, half a dozen the other. I personally prefer this mod, and I love my external batteries. I love the ease of use and just pop new batteries in. You don't have to charge anything, boom. But because of the issues on this one, if I could go back, I would honestly pick the Mini. The battery life won't be as long, but it's not as annoying as the Drag 2. And I love my 2, but it's not as annoying. So my overall rating for this is going to be an easy 7.5. It is a wonderful internal battery mod, and it's just a pleasure to vape on. It's small, compact. It's a perfect weight. Like it feel, you know it's there, but at the same time, it's light enough that it doesn't bother you. So what is my overall thoughts on the Drag Mini? Vaping on Candy Duty Liquid. It's like I don't know what it's called. What is this called? Doesn't tell me. This came from Scott Duerson, one of our very first Patreons, our first Patreon. Love you, Scott. I'm always going to say thank you. It's a very flavorful juice. Tastes like those candies your mama or your grandma carried in her purse, those hard strawberry candies, and it's delicious. So, with that being said, we will see you guys next time on Reviews Like a Sir from Freedom Vape. Peace out, Girl Scout. Bye.